Hey guys, a little something different today. I want to address this to a few people that have been calling me out on Facebook and sending me messages and comments on my videos, Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and everything, and talking about how I steal material. Now, generally I go with the Larry Bird theory on this when, he was quoted as saying, let people believe what they want to believe. I know what the truth is. And that's kind of the theory I go with. But I'm going to address this one time, and then I'm going to be done with it, and people can think and do whatever they want. What's interesting about this bit is that people are saying I stole it from Robert Schimmel, and I stole it from Bill Engvall, and I stole it from Ron White, and I stole it from Jeff Foxworthy, and I stole it from James Gregory. So apparently quite a few of us are stealing this bit, which I find it funny that they say I'm stealing it from Jeff Foxworthy when I'm very lucky to be played on his radio station, Jeff and Larry's Comedy Roundup, Channel 97, Sirius XM. Check that out. And so that would not be very smart of me to steal material from a guy who literally runs the station that I'm being played on. And they say I stole from James Gregory, which would be really stupid of me considering we have the exact same manager. So, but we won't let the facts get in the way of anybody's overreactions. But there's just a couple things I wish people would understand. Number one, when you just come on and blatantly say that I'm stealing jokes and you're doing it on comments behind a computer, number one, I think it's unfair to just say that. Number two, I think it's a little bit cowardly. And I respond to a couple of these people, and when I explain that, like, okay, that makes sense. But then some people are like, well, nope, you're a thief. I had one guy tell me, prove to me you didn't steal it. Number one, I don't have to prove anything to you. Okay, but I don't know how I'm supposed to prove that I didn't do something. It's very, very difficult to prove a negative. But here, I wish people would just understand two things. And this is not to, I don't want anybody to get on here, I don't need anybody to protect me and get on here and reassure you, oh, Chad, all this. And some people are going to say very nice things, and that's great, and I love you guys for doing that, but it's not what this is about. I just wish people would understand two things. Number one is that every comic in the world doesn't know every other comic's complete catalog. So it's not like, oh, I need a bit, so let me go see what Schimmel was doing back in 97. Oh, he was doing that. Yeah, that's the bit I want. That doesn't happen. That's unrealistic to think that every comic knows everyone else's material so well they just get to pick and choose. But I guess that's what some people think. And number two, I just wish people would even consider the fact, instead of jumping directly to joke stealing, that instead of saying, oh, that guy stole material, maybe just like, okay, here are two comics that were in a similar situation and they came up with the same thing. And you stole this bit verbatim. And then I watched the bit they were talking about, and apparently they don't know what the word verbatim means. Because, yeah, it was the same premise and a couple of similar thoughts. I'm not denying that didn't happen. But just because two comics come up with the same ideas doesn't mean it was just blatantly stolen. Does joke stealing happen? Absolutely. Carlos Mencia is the most famous one that I know of. And the thing is, people that just do steal material, they never tend to make it. So I just wanted to put out, just consider, before you just call myself or anybody else just a joke thief, just consider, number one, maybe we didn't hear it because we don't know everybody else's jokes. And number two, maybe we just had a similar thought. That is much more likely to happen than somebody sitting backstage and writing down somebody else's material. Any comic you think is really good, I will lay odds that he did not steal anybody's material. But that's just my thoughts on that. I know this is a little more serious than I usually do these things. But come back tomorrow. I'm going to talk about why Star Wars stinks. Talk to you guys later. See ya.